Good morning again, grade 10s, and this is a beautiful day to do mathematics. My name is Sarah van Grinnen, aka Mr. VG, and it is an exciting and wonderful time for us here. Today we are going to look at special angles, specifically in terms of trigonometry. So when do we need special angles? Well, in the exam, when they tell you work without a calculator, so do the following without use of a calculator. You might come and ask me, but why? But why is it important if we have this beautiful machine that we call a calculator? Well, the thing why we need a calculator or don't need a calculator is because you are awesome. You can do this. It gives you confidence. That is one of the reasons why I still believe that mental arithmetic is really important, because it gives you confidence. It makes you feel you are on top of the world. Or if you don't do it and you are overly reliant on your calculator, man, you constantly doubt it, because if your calculator is not there, then you're all stressed out. Well, let's look at it in terms of academics. Why do we need to do these kind of things? Well, first of all, if you go to university and you need to write those entrance tests, the NBTs, then you can't use a calculator. You're not allowed to take a calculator into the test venue. The same with university. Some universities still say that you can't use calculator in first year calculus, because they want to test, can you apply the maths, not whether you can use a calculator or not. If you're going to write your SATs, your standardized assessment, or your scholastic assessment test, which is a test to get into the universities in the US, well, then they can't use a calculator. But my personal favorite, why do we need special angles? Well, it's a neat little party trick. You can impress that one girl or that one gentleman that you think is super clever by going, what is the value of sine 30 degrees? Oh, and you can tell them. But let's get serious, okay? What are my basic angles that I need? Well, I'm going to show you a nice little trick for this. Now, there are many different ways of remembering your special angles. I'm not going to go into all the different methods. I know there's one that you use your hand, one that you use a unit circle, and there's a table method. I'm going to use the one where you basically count from 3 or 4 backwards if you include 0 and 90. So my basic angles are 30, 45 and 60. So I start by drawing 3 triangles, 30, 45 and 60 degrees. Now, if you can count from 3 backwards, oh, grade 10s, I hope you can do it, because my grade 2 girl can do this. Well, I've got root 3, 2, 1. So it's literally counting 3, 2, 1. And then I repeat the process from the 60 and go 3, 2, 1. And then I just label the hypotenuses. There I've got my 3 basic angles. So in other words, if I ask you to calculate sine of 30 degrees, I go to SOHCAHTOA and my 30 degrees, and sine, if I look at SOHCAHTOA, is opposite over hypotenuse. So from the 30 degrees, your opposite is 1. Your hypotenuse is 2. So sine of 30 degrees equal 2. Now you can quickly jump on that calculator and put in sine of 30 and you'll see it is 1 over 2. Now let's go and have a look at what if I include 0 and 90. If I include 0 and 90, I start by doing my 30, 45 and 60, the same as we did previously. But now I draw 2 extra triangles for 0 and 90. But please understand, and before you start throwing me with stones, etc., etc. I know it is purely theoretical. You can't have a 0-degree triangle or a triangle with two 90 degrees. I know that. But all I'm going to do is just show you a nice little trick with this. So in other words, all I'm going to do is start from 4 instead of 3. So I'm going to count from 4 to 0 from left to right. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And I'm going to do the same with my vertical sides. I'm going to say 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now going backwards. And my hypotenuses are 2. The beautiful thing about this is now I can use any special angle, whether it's a true special angle like 30, 45, and 60, or the theoretical ones, the 0 and the 90s, just to complete my party trick. Now, I love this method because in 5 seconds or 10 seconds, you can quickly draw up all your special angles on your exam paper. So let's quickly do 1 or 2 examples. What about cos 45? Well, going back to SOHCAHTOA and the 45 degrees, it's adjacent over hypotenuse, which is root 2 over 2. What about tan of 90 degrees? Well, if I look at tan of 90 degrees, it is opposite over adjacent, which is root 4 over 0. Oh my goodness, that is undefined. Now, interestingly enough, if something is undefined like this, because I'm dividing by 0, in mathematics, it is actually an asymptote. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gents, special angles is really, really awesome. Really, really powerful. And I'm going to sign off now and say, watch out for the next videos where I'm going to show you how we are going to get reciprocal identities involved, all of those beautiful things. So have a good day. Go and be awesome. Cheers.